If your reports don't make sense, your numbers feel messy, or you've ever thought, I know money's coming in, but where is it actually going? There's a good chance that your chart of accounts is the problem. Today, we're going to clean that up, starting with understanding what it is, how it works, and everything in your business that flows through it. This will be a two-part video starting today with understanding your chart of accounts and going over how to clean up the chart of accounts and products and services in the next video. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Hello, C-Squared Collective, and welcome to our series, Spring Clean Your Finances, Planting Seeds for Better Financial Habits. This series is a practical guide for cleaning up your books, planting better financial habits, and preparing your businesses for smoother taxes next year. If this is your first time joining us, welcome on in. Most episodes are designed to stand out on their own and give you practical, actionable tips on the topic at hand. But if you would like to dive deeper, be sure to check out the rest of the series or some of our other series linked in the description below. As always, if you have questions, drop them in the comments or reach out to us directly at connect@c2accounting.net to schedule one-on-one support. So grab your beverage. Today I have a matcha, and let's get started. First things first. What exactly is the chart of accounts? Think of this as your business's filing cabinet. Every dollar that comes in or goes out of your business needs to be categorized somewhere. In the chart of accounts is the master list that tells QuickBooks or any other accounting software where that transaction belongs. If this is messy or unclear, everything downstream is messy too. Your profit and loss statement becomes confusing, your balance sheet becomes unreliable, and your decision making gets harder. So this is very important for cleaning up your books and planting new seeds of growth. Your chart of accounts feeds into two main reports. First of all, the balance sheet, which is what you have and what you owe. So this includes your assets, your liabilities, and your equity. And then the second report is your profit and loss statement. So this is what you earn and what you spend. So this one covers your income, any cost of goods sold, and your expenses. If you understand the split, you're already way ahead than most business owners. But let's walk through each of these categories one by one. First, your assets. These are things that your business owns. So think your cash in bank, accounts receivable, which is the money owed to you, inventory, equipment or vehicles, and prepaid expenses. If it has value and belongs to your business, it's an asset. Now let's talk about liabilities. These are things that your business owes. So think credit cards, loans, accounts payable, so this is your bills that you have not paid yet, your payroll liabilities, and your sales tax owed. If it is a future obligation, it is a liability. Now, equity. This is what's left after the liabilities are subtracted from the assets. So think of it as owner investments, owner draws, and retained earnings. So this tells you the stake in your business. Now let's talk about income. This is the money that your business earns through doing whatever different facets that your business does. Some examples are services, product sales, and subscriptions. Then we have cost of goods sold. So this is most referred to as COGS. This is where people get very tripped up. COGS are a direct cost tied to what you sell. So some examples are ingredients for a restaurant, materials for construction, or subcontractors for a project. If you wouldn't have that cost without the sale, it likely belongs here. And finally, we have expenses. Everything that is used to run your business. So think rent, payroll, marketing, software, utilities, outside services, etc. Or also known as your overhead. Every account that you create in your chart of accounts directly affects your sales and your reports. As we talked about before, assets, liabilities, equity are on your balance sheet. Income, COGS, and expenses are on your profit and loss statement. If something is categorized incorrectly, your reports will now be incorrect. Now let's chat about where that goes and how it looks in QuickBooks Online. So in QuickBooks Online, your chart of accounts lives in the Accounting tab. You can access this by going to My Apps, Accounting, and Chart of Accounts. If you are newer, QuickBooks sets up a default chart for you. If you've been in business for a while, it's probably been modified. Sometimes well, sometimes not very well. But that's okay, and this is what we're working on. And remember, episode 2 will be going over how to clean things up. But before we talk about going through accounts and how to use them, let's talk about some organizational tools. There's a couple of different types of accounts. There's parent accounts and sub-accounts. As you can see here, we have our parent account and the sub-accounts are a little bit indented. I like to think of this like folders and subfolders. So for example, you have marketing as a parent account, ads or advertisements as a sub-account, sponsorships as a sub-account, and events as a sub-account. So all of the different ways or sub-ways that your company uses marketing as a category. So best practice, use sub-accounts for details, and keep parent accounts very clean. So don't put any transactions in your parent accounts. Sometimes it helps to have like a general marketing if you're not sure how to categorize something. This helps make your reports easier to read, easier to analyze, and easier to explain to a tax accountant. Other organizational tools is using account numbers. If you don't use account numbers, QuickBooks organizes first by account type, so think assets, equity, etc., and then alphabetically putting sub-accounts under parents. So marketing here, and then our next one. If you use account numbers, it will go by account type, so the same thing, and then the number assigned to the account. So if you want it in a different order other than alphabetically, this is a good tool for you to use. Now let's go into how to create a new account in QuickBooks Online. On our chart of accounts page, you select the Create New button, and here you will choose your account name, your account type, the detail type, and optional, you can add a sub-account here. Let's use an example of tracking a second office rent. So the name would be satellite office rent. The type would be expense. The detail is going to be rent or lease, and it is going to be a sub-account of rent. If you are adding your first sub-account like we are here, we want to make sure that we are also going to go make a space and add a separate account for normal rent. That was what was going in the parent account originally, so that we keep our parent account clean. So let's add the satellite office rent, and then we will add another sub-account for primary office rent and move everything from the parent to here. Something to note here as we have been naming accounts, or you might be going through and using the different categories in your chart of accounts, or as we get into cleaning up the chart of accounts next week, if you don't naturally think of an account name, you won't use it. This is your chart of accounts and your books, so rename things how your brain works. So for example, if you naturally type in auto instead of vehicle, could be a good way to shuffle those around. Or things such as meals and entertainment and cycle it over to client meals. Or make sub-accounts for those too. Make it very intuitive for you and you'll be more likely to use it. QuickBooks also gives you some specific names if you need help when it sets up your default chart of accounts, or if you want some more guidance, this is a service that our company does provide. So before we get into cleaning things up next week, let's just quickly talk about some good best practices. So tighten up a few key rules here. Number 1, check before you create. So duplicate accounts are very messy on reports. So when you're looking for and you type in auto and something isn't popping up, double check that you have a vehicle tab and then maybe make a note that you should change that first. Number 2, use sub-accounts intentionally. This is a great tool for clean reporting, so could be a good thing to look into. Number 3, review your chart of accounts regularly. We recommend at least 1 to 2 times a year. If you use a budget, your chart of accounts should have the same line items as your budget, so budgeting time is a great time to make some adjustments. Number 4, stop using miscellaneous as a catch-all. This is one of the biggest problems we see, and we actually recommend getting rid of a miscellaneous account almost entirely. Our biggest tool and what we recommend is creating an Ask My Accountant account. This is a great place to park unclear transactions until you can have a chat with your accountant or do some research and clean them up later. In this first part, we focused on understanding your chart of accounts, what it is, how it's structured, and why it matters. In part 2, we're going to actually roll up our sleeves and clean it up simplify it, and connect it to how your business runs on a day-to-day basis. That video will be out shortly, so make sure you come back. At C Squared, we want to help you clean up your books, plant better financial habits, and prepare your businesses for a smoother tax season next year. Make sure to subscribe to catch out more of this series, Spring Clean Your Books. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. We are very happy to help. If you do not have an accountant yet and want hands-on assistance with cleaning up your chart of accounts or any other stuff, we provide many different accounting and bookkeeping services. Submit an inquiry on our website or reach out to us at connect@c2accounting.net. And if you'd like to see more content like this, be sure to check out our other social channels. I've included those links as well as the link to our website in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, keep learning so that you can stay rooted in wisdom and grow with care.